Hello world, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Now where we left off was we made it to Luca. We got introduced to Blitzball just a little bit. We went off with Yuna to try to find Auron, who might be in Luca. We're not entirely sure just yet. And then Yuna got kidnapped. After that, we teamed up with Kimahri and Lulu. We made it here, and now we're going to go and try to find Yuna. So here we go. Now, I apologize if there's any background noise. That might be my air conditioner. It's a pretty cool day today, but, like, still requires it to be on low because it's like 75 degrees. Anyway, now, like I did in the last video, unfortunately, I did cheat. And as you can see at the bottom, we have a lot of gil. And while I do kind of now regret that decision, it's over, it's done with. The only thing we can do is move on from it, and honestly, that money will help out quite a bit. I'm not going to go too crazy with it and buy, like, 99 potions and other stuff like that. I'm just going to buy what we can and move on. So for right now, we'll move on. There were some people you could talk to down there, but they're not going to tell you anything too interesting. However, this is interesting.
Whoa, what are they?
Ancient machina salvaged by the Bhed. They are mostly vulnerable to lightning.
Right, and as Lulu said, they are vulnerable to lightning. Kind of a tidbit of information, in Final Fantasy X-2, these machines, or machina, absorb lightning, which I absolutely hated, and it screwed me over so much in the sequel. But anyway, if you check out Kimahri's weapon, his spear is purpley electrocuted. That's what we'll call it. It has a thunder-based element added to it, which means he will deal more damage to any machines or any enemies weak to thunder. And as you can see, Tidus's weapon has changed too. I gave him the slow touch weapon, which he does lose strength because it's not his brotherhood, but you know what? Plus 5% strength versus slow touch. I figured it was a good trade-off, especially since we learned haste not that long ago. Anyway, enough exposition. For this battle, all we can do is really attack. So, 95 damage versus 79. That's not the greatest. It's at this point where Tidus' strength kind of shows to be very weak, so there's not a whole lot you can do about that. For Kimahri, you can't really do much with him either, except attack. 103, not the greatest, but... Now let's try Lulu. Hopefully she has enough to... kind of overkill it. Now as you see, I did turn on Supercharge. It will heal Tidus, but restores his overdrive. Like I said, I am going to be doing that against random encounters like this. I'm not going to spam it during boss fights. The only reason why I'm using Supercharge on Tidus specifically is because I want his overdrive sooner, and while there are ways to go about it, I'm doing it this way just because it's easier. And like we learned before, he learned Slice and Dice thanks to Supercharge. Now if you noticed, I turned it on until we got to, or I left it off until I knew Tidus' turn was coming up. I turned on Supercharge and immediately turned it off when his turn came up. I'm only going to do that for other characters if their overdrive gauge happens to be empty. But for the most part, I'm using it exclusively for Tidus, exclusively for his overdrives. You only have 2 more to learn, so that's just the way it's going to be. Alright, now let's go in for Slice and Dice and see how well it does. And great! Yes! Not bad, not directly an overkill. I think Spiral Cut will deal more. That attack is mostly for multiple enemies, but I did want to test to see if it'll deal more damage to one enemy versus Spiral Cut to one enemy. So it was like 45 times 6. And I'll do the calculations later because I'm not good at math. But yeah, I think Spiral Cut would have done more. Excuse me. And here we are with a second battle. I believe there are 3 battles altogether. The third one being like a nearly endless wave after wave battle. I only say nearly endless because that's how it feels, but there is an end to it. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did in the last battle. Have Titus and Kimahri focus on one enemy. Lulu will outright kill the second. So if we do this, still alive. Okay. He is slowed, so that's good. However, we're gonna have Lulu focus on worker B. And Thunder. I only wish it was an overkill. I turn on Supercharged again. Titus's turn comes up. That time I don't feel so bad because his HP was already full. But again, this is just to get his overdrives up quicker. So we'll do Spiral Cut and see how much the damage is. Also on Great. Nice. 259. Again, not an overkill, but it might just be stronger. So I am going to go ahead and let's see how much the damage is. 45 times 6. 270. Okay, so they're just about the same amount of damage. Not too bad, not too great. I'll take what I can. I'll probably just use Slice and Dice for multiple enemies like it's meant to be used, and Spiral Cut for single enemies. Now here's the next part of the battle. Again, these guys are going to come in waves. I think a max of 8, maybe 10. I don't know the exact number. But because it's going to be like wave after wave, I like to use Cheer over and over again to boost everyone's defense and raise Titus and Kimahri's attack. Lulu's attack will be increased as well, but because it's physical based and she's not an attacker at this point, it's not going to do much. So for now, Kimahri will go in for the attack. Again, doesn't really do much. In fact, did I... Okay. I thought I learned Focus with her, which will increase a person's magic attack as well as magic defense, but I don't think I learned it yet. Okay, so Lulu will use Thunder. That should kill the other one. And I forgot to turn on Supercharge, but oh well, I'll just use Cheer. So that's 2 stacked. This little guy will attack, gets Kimahri. And Kimahri should be strong enough to finish him? Nope, not quite. Okay, so we'll cast Thunder to finish this guy off. And normally that would end the battle. However, and I'm turning Supercharge on for Titus. His turn is coming up next.
What's up with these guys?
Yep, they're just gonna keep coming. I don't have to keep spamming Cheer, but, you know, it helps. So that's 3 Cheer stacked. His turn is up again. We'll do a 4th Cheer. If Kimahri can kill one in one strike, we'll stop there. But if it requires an additional one, we'll do Cheer one more time, and we should get one more round coming in. So right now, Kimahri is weakened because he took too much damage, so I'll probably have Lulu cast Cure on him. But let's see what his damage is. 180. Okay, still not the greatest. Again, it's because I didn't train Kimahri all that much. So we will cast Cure. Heals him nicely. We'll cast Cheer once more. Now, at the very least, with 5 Cheers stacked, I can use Slice and Dice, and Titus will deal fairly decent damage on all of them, I believe. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's see if we can get great. And we did. So that's 90. Okay, not bad. If he can strike, there we go. And okay, so it didn't... Oh, never mind. It did kill one completely, so that's not bad. Kimahri will go in for the final blow. That's round 2 done. Round 3.
The Bhed were expecting us.
Okay, so with Lulu, we'll just cast Thunder and kill one right out. I still wish it was an overkill, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, so there are a total of 6, what are these called? 6 worker machinas in all. I don't know why I was thinking 8. I feel like the battles were much longer when I used to play this, when I was younger. Titus does not have overdrive, so what we'll do is we'll just go in for the regular strike. Critical hit! Nice! And that should be it. Yeah, the AP isn't so great. Lulu's still at 1 sphere level. But, oh well. We do get some high potions and X potions. Again, I wish there were overkills because we would have gotten a lot more than that. But I'll take what I can get.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
But the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
Huh! Still in there.
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
So yeah, Waka isn't really doing so great. However, Waka's basically faking it. Well, not really faking it, but more so losing on purpose. However, if anyone paid attention, the score was even, which means they can either win or they can either lose, because we're about to rescue Yuna, and you'll see how the whole plot unfolds after this next fight. Now, for those who aren't too sure what happens next, it is a boss fight. Make sure you saved like I did. Make sure everyone's healed. Might be a good time to invest in points if you can. With Lulu, I am... Actually, I'm going to check something real quick. Like I said before, focus, okay. I think what I'm going to do is have Lulu come down here. I'm debating whether or not I should teach her life. I think I might. Especially like Nulltide, Nullfrost, and everything. And then head back to where she was. And I'll have Yuna do the same, learning like focus and... Well, honestly, probably just focus. But yeah, then we'll make our way back. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with that. I was thinking I didn't really want to because life is useful, but not entirely useful. I'm not even sure why I stopped there. But, you know what? It's at this point, it's like, whatever. Life is always useful. Alright, so I'll have Lulu increase her magic by, MP by 40. I'm going to go ahead and use a magic sphere. And then I'll use a mana sphere so she can raise her magic. She kind of needs it. Was there anything else? No. Titus will not come down here. He will move up, and he will increase his agility. Now, if you come down here, you'll learn abilities like, well, an ability like extract speed. I'm debating whether or not I actually want it. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and learn all the extract speed, extract power, and stuff like that. I'm going to learn all those abilities because I do fully intend on giving myself all items at some point. It's not going to be this early in the game. And I am getting to a point where, as you can see here, I do not have ability spheres. So those could be very handy. So yeah, I'm going to have Titus come down here and learn extract speed. Someone I thought learned extract ability. I'll have Kamara, Yuna, and Lulu learn it. Down here is extract mana. That's something else I'll probably need. And extract power is here. I'll have Titus come back for that. Now for Kamari, like I said, alright, I can't. I need ability spheres, but I can only get... I think I made this joke earlier. I'm not going to make it again. But yeah, for Kamari, what I'm going to do for him... yeah, what I'm going to do for him... I was going to have him go around and... Actually, I might still do that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? What I'm going to do is have him raise his stats here, HP, defense, and attack. And I can't really do it right now, but I will soon enough. I'll have Kamari break this level 1 knock. Level 1 lock, pardon me. And I'll have them come over here, learn Steal and Use. And I'll have Yuna and Lulu do the same thing, just so they can get those out of the way. It's always useful to steal as early as possible. And that's what I'm going to try to do when I learn it. Just right now, it's not feasible until I get the level 1 key sphere. And that's coming up soon. But yeah, I'll have Kimahri go through here, learn these 2 abilities, and just go from there following what will be Riku's sphere path. Now, like I did for Lulu, Yuna's going to learn, oh, not learn, but increase her magic by 4. And that's all she can really do for now. Everyone else should be good. We're all healed up, so we can move on.
Let's go.
Hey, we can use this crane.
Now, back in the day, and I forgot to use Supercharge, but oh well. Back in the day, I did lose to this guy quite a bit because I had no idea what I was actually supposed to do. But I quickly learned what it was, ended up dying, restarted the battle, and figured it out. Now basically, what Titus said is, he needs to use the crane. You can use it now, it's not going to do anything, however. So for right now, we'll have Titus use Cheer to boost everyone's defense. And we'll stack that up to 5 times before we launch our attack. What I want to do for Kimahri is use Scan real quick. Because I don't recall if this guy is weak to slow or can be inflicted with slow. Poison, Confusion, Berserk, Provoke, Threaten, Sleep, Silence, Dark, Vision, Mana, Speed, Ability. Nope, he is not immune to slow, which is another good reason to get Titus's weapon. Alright, at this point, for Lulu, you can use Lightning, or rather, you can use the Thunder spell. Not on the boss, though. What you really want to use it on is this crane. Now, what will happen is, it'll gain HP, but the crane seems to respond. Use Thunder on the crane 3 times, and Titus can operate it. And I took off Supercharge too soon, my fault. Oh well. We'll have Titus use Cheer again. Like I said, we're going to stack that up a few times. I don't think it's going to straight out kill the boss, but at least by the time we're all cheered up, and I forget, oh well. By the time we're all cheered up, we'll have enough damage to wipe him out, basically. So we'll do Cheer again. For Kimahri, he could use Scan, it's not going to do much. He could use Lancet, won't do much. We'll have Kimahri attack just to show what would happen. Nothing too drastic, but... Okay, not only did he get a critical, the boss didn't use a blinding attack, which will inflict blind status on a character. That is strange, I've never had that happen before. He always counterattacks with a blind attack. Alright, so Lulu will cast Thunder. I'm just going to hit Supercharge for Titus. He should be up next. Seems to respond. Okay. And he was. That's just to get his overdrive up. We're going to do Cheer again for the 3rd time. And this might actually work perfectly. Titus will use Cheer again for 4. Lulu's turn should be up next. Oh no, Kimahri. I'm sorry. Kimahri, I'm sorry. We'll have him attack again. Why is he not... Oh wait, maybe it's after when his health goes down. Maybe. I mean, you can take him out using just your attacks and everything, but I like using the crane. Especially since, like, I was so stupid when I first fought this guy. It's so easy. But yeah, just keep electrifying the crane. It eventually respawns fully, Titus can use it now, but I'm going to use Cheer one more time, just to get to the full 5 stack. Again, I don't know if they changed that in this version versus the original, but we'll go with 5. It's a nice round number. Alright, Kimahri's turn next. He will just go in for the attack. No blinding, not yet. Okay. We'll have her use Cure. Pardon me, I had to sneeze. We use Cure to heal Kimahri to hopefully full health. Yeah, pretty much. Crap, was I... Yeah, we'll use Cure... I'm sorry, Cheer one more time, just to be sure. I completely lost track. Now, Titus can use the Crane, and by doing so, it's going to do some massive damage. Now, sadly, that wasn't an overkill. It didn't even kill him. However, I did just realize we probably could have gotten an overkill on him. And now that I think about it, I probably should have, but a little bit too late to go back and do it. Never mind, Kimahri pulled through. Nice. And there goes the machine, or Machina. Sorry. And that is nice. Because we got the overkill, we get not 1, but 2 elixirs. Those are very handy, will be very useful later on. Well, for more than just healing, of course.
I hope you hurt them. A little. What is it?
There were these Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Wakka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Wakka, he never had much love for the Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Wakka.
I thought I told you not to tell Wakka. The game! Oh.
Seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Letty. It goes through. Oh. Oh. He shoots. Goal! Unbelievable.
Not the most graceful win. If it was Chapu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Okay, first of all, what the fuck, Lulu? Like, obviously Waka isn't his brother. Why would she even try to suggest that his brother would still be standing? And this kind of leads to my second point, when it was all part of the plan for Waka to take the loss if need be, or take the win if need be. Of course it's not a graceful win. He got the shit kicked out of him throughout the entire game. Why would anyone think he'd be okay after any of that? I'm sorry, I've always had a problem with that line, or that scene specifically. I don't know if Lulu is the exact same way in the Japanese version, or if there's some kind of translation thing or something going on there, but it just didn't make any sense to me. If you're all part of the same plan, you know what's going to happen, you know what needs to be done, why would you criticize someone for following the plan to the letter? Unless it's something I'm just not getting from that, but I don't know. Anyway, we successfully saved Yuna, so now the only thing we can do is head back to the locker room to check up on Waka. Yeah, hit the save sphere if you need to. You probably took some damage from the boss fight. Sorry for that bit of a pause there, I was just thinking. Anyway, when you're ready, come down here.
Sure you all right, Captain? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna! Are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some Bhed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near Bhed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Now again, taking another trip down memory lane, this part always confused me. Because if you look at the minimap on the left, there are no arrows telling you where you're supposed to go or where you should go. Just that Kamari and Yuna wandered off somewhere. And if you come all the way down here, you can't leave. If you come all the way up here, you can't exit there either. And honestly, I didn't understand... keep in mind, I was a preteen at this point, like 11 or 12 years old when I first played this game. I didn't know you could go through this door, so yeah, there's that. Now at this point, I believe I stand corrected, okay. Again, I might have mentioned this in a previous video, but one of these doors should open to reveal something important, but I think we have to play our first game, which is actually coming up right... save time, hold on. Because I know what's going to come up next, it's always a good point to save this, like, as many times as you can, well, not as many times, but as often as you can. Because if you win the Blitzball game, you get something cool. If you lose, you pretty much get nothing.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah! Mind a bench.
I'm warming the bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz!
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Walker.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game. But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Bhed Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Going at it, folks. The Goers are taunting the Aurochs.
Frickin' Goers. Okay, now let's see if I remember how to do this exactly. Nope, dribble. Shit. Okay, good. Now, when I play Blitzball, I like to set it to manual. I like taking control of my characters, so manual A. We will do normal because I don't know what anything else does. Now let's see if something I did worked. We're gonna do pass. We're gonna pass to. Did not work, unfortunately, but maybe that's just for now. I'll explain a little bit later. Alright, so we're gonna keep swimming. Hopefully nothing comes at us. Something is gonna hit us. Yep. Ah, this is bad. This is just... Okay, so we'll block. We'll shoot. They tackle. And they... I did not lose the balls. Wait, what? Okay, why didn't any of my shots come up? Anyway, basically the goal of this game is to... play it like soccer, except underwater. Now, as you're gonna see here, yeah, when someone has the ball and they decide to break through to someone who's guarding them, well, what happened is there's a chance there's always a chance when they decide to break through the character will tackle, and there's a chance if the attack is high enough, the person will drop the ball. And that can go to either teammate. Odds are it will go to yours versus theirs, but you know. It's hard to explain how this works all in a short period of time. Although that works too. But the thing I've noticed about this entire sport mostly is just that the math doesn't make any sense. There is no rhyme or reason to it. It's all, I feel like it's all randomly generated. Like for example, yeah, something like that. Basically, my pass was I think 9. It was subtract 5 for the first block, subtract another 2 for the second block. I should have been able to get through without anyone dropping it, but the point I'm trying to make is there's no math, no pattern, nothing to what the points even mean. All I know is if your points are high, you have a good chance of getting through. Okay, this is bad. I have to break through one of them. They're gonna tackle me and I'm gonna drop the ball. All I can do is shoot. Yeah. This game is very broken sometimes, very dumb. I enjoy playing it during my downtime, but only during my downtime. Watch. The pass is... Oh, never mind, okay. I can never tell if they're gonna drop the ball or not. It's just random sometimes. And this is just unfair. He has exactly 1 point higher than either of my stats, so there's nothing I can do. Only thing I can do is no break and pass. Hopefully to Titus, probably a bad move, but he grabs the ball anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, the goers are going to try to keep going to my goal, but if they're surrounded by my guys, it might not matter too much. And Titus will go in. He doesn't grab the ball because he never does. I don't know. Again, the points added up to less than equal grab's total endurance, so it wasn't going to make it anyway. Alright, so no break, pass. Let's see if I can block. And I did! Alright. See, his block was 4, his I think it was a pass, was 5. It shouldn't have connected, but it did. So I was able to grab the ball. I'm going to have to pass to Titus. If I can get even one score in, I'll be good. Odds are I'm not going to make it. And I didn't make it because somehow they're magnetically drawn to Titus despite being outside that pink circle that's highlighting him. Again, all I can do is take the tackle, didn't drop the ball. I can shoot. Hopefully nothing bad happens. No, it doesn't make it. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. And the thing is, I really want to win this one, specifically for the awards you get for winning. Okay, he's in. I can pass. She might not be able to block. We'll try Titus. We'll see how that works. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Now, there's always a chance. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Sometimes if you have someone right on top of you and you decide to do a pass or a shoot, they won't immediately go to you, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So we're going to break through grab, we're going to shoot. He doesn't get the ball, so if we shoot, hopefully it doesn't degrade too much. And it kind of didn't. We got the goal! Yes! Okay, we got one. 15 seconds left on the clock. Well, more like 19 seconds. If we can get the ball away from the goers for a few more seconds, obviously it's not real-time seconds, it's like, it kind of skips a few milliseconds to speed up the clock, which is nice. Okay, let's see, break. Nope, he doesn't drop the ball, he might get a goal. No, he doesn't, nice. We're on halftime and we're winning.
And it's halftime.
Now let's see what happens. Okay, so unfortunately what I was trying to do simply did not happen. However, we are going to pause the video right here and we'll be right back in hopefully just a second. And we are back. Get the mouse out of there. Alright, so I'm gonna check something real quick.
On defense, boys! Stop those goers!
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy!
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Down!
All right, hustle!
Okay, so it looks like what I did may have worked. Now, I'm hoping a lot of you will understand this whole thing that I did. It's basically, essentially what I did was I used a save editor and changed the stats for a lot, well, not a lot of the blitzers on my team, but stats for Titus, Waka, and Keepa, the goalie. And the reason for that is just so I could get through this whole thing a little bit faster. I don't know if the levels took place, but hopefully they did. But as you can see here, I learned Sphere Shot, or like I originally learned, and Jet Shot, which we learned on the ship. And it looks like it took place, the save editing stuff I did. Titus's HP is currently at almost 10,000, at 9,800. He doesn't know any other, like, abilities or anything, so that's good. I taught Keepa the Super Goalie ability because, honestly, why not? And that seems to have done the trick, so we will do done. Yeah, I guess I'll have... Now, to kind of explain how things work here, now that I've got the chance. When you go to the menu that says Set Mark for Blitzball, you select whatever character that has an ability highlighted in blue, as you can see for Drain Tackle and Venom Tackle. And that means they have a chance of learning that ability if it's used on them or used in their vicinity. So it's kind of like... what was that called? Blue Magic, I think, in previous Final Fantasies? It's like Kamari's ability, where you see an ability you have the chance of learning, you just wait for it to come up, and you can learn it yourself. It comes in handy, and there's some skills that are required for certain characters to learn other skills later on, but honestly, it's all just technobabble, timey-wimey stuff that doesn't really apply here since I'm not going to be doing too much Blitzball. I'm going to have Titus learn Drain Tackle, though, and just keep it there. And we shall proceed. Now, if everything is still on manual like I kept it last time, then we should have full control of our characters. And we won't know because the Luca goers are going first. Now, let's see the stats here. Yep, Titus is near level 100, so he is a beast right now when he shouldn't be. But, you know, screw Blitzball at the moment. His speed, endurance, and everything has drastically increased, so this is amazing right off the bat. Okay, so we got 4 people guarding us, and I just realized I could have given Titus Jet Shot Mark II. But, you know what, this works fine. Now what we're going to do is we'll block Balgerda and Dorum. We'll take on... I call him... I'm not going to tell you what I call him. We'll take on Abbas and Bixen. But we're not going to do it in the way people think we are. We're going to use Jet Shot, and I'm going to show that off for you. Oh, they're going to use Drain Tackle. Tech Copy. Press X when Tech Copy shows up on the top left, and that's when you learn the ability. And here's the What? Didn't I choose Jet Shot? Ah, whatever. They can't even get a hand on it. That's what's beautiful about it. Oh, that's amazing. And that's something cool. Normally, the announcers won't say that, but if the Aurochs are actually doing really good, and you got 2 shots in, you know, they actually comment on how well you're doing. But anyway, yeah, this game becomes so much easier and so much more crazy, especially in this first tournament, and you need it to be, just so you can get the special stuff at the end. He's gonna pass, but I got a feeling it's not gonna... Oh, maybe it will? No, it doesn't. Okay. Screw you, Grav. No, screw off, Grav. No, 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 no. No, okay. So once again, if I can do this right, we're gonna break the first 2. We're not gonna break the second 2. Oh, I must have chose Sphere Shot because I saw the lower HP. But we're going to do Jet Shot after you saw Sphere Shot. Tackles hard, not enough. Tackle again, still nothing. And... boom! And goal! That's what I love about Jet Shot, and by extension, Jet Shot Mark II. Ooh, this is something I haven't seen. Okay, that was kind of cool. I'll explain what I was going to say in a minute.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks. Say, where is that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
And as you can see, well, as you're about to see, we've got Waka back on the team. And we still don't get the ball first, but there's no chance the goers are going to get a goal on us and win this tournament at this point. Now, like I said, I did the same thing for Waka and got his level up to max. So this is going to be absolutely a breeze. As I was saying before with Titus's Jet Shot, Mark 1 and Mark 2, Mark 1 knocks 2 enemies out, and if you only have 2 enemies guarding you, it removes them from guarding you, giving you a free shot at the goal. Mark 2 knocks up to, I want to say 3, maybe 4 defenders. So if the whole team of 5 is on you, you can knock 4 of them away, have 1 try to block you, but odds are it'll just go right for the goal anyway. So Mark 2 and regular Mark 1 are both awesome to have. Alright, so here at this point, Waka doesn't have any of those abilities. The only thing he can do is break these 2. We will shoot, and he does have Venom Shot, so that's not bad. We'll go with it. Not that we need to, because at this point it's overkill, but why not? Those 2 hit hard. They don't get the ball. I take the shot, and goal! Make that goal number 4 for the Aurochs. Now, I have been able to play this without save editing or anything on my own, and it felt good doing it, but I had to reset, like, many times in order for, anything to go just right. Hence the reason why I always use the save editor from here on out. Like I said, I did everything on this game at least once on my own, no cheating. Like, I've done it all before, so I feel like I'm in the right to cheat just a little bit to make the game easier, especially for a playthrough. So he can go for the pass. Waka doesn't get it. Jasu does. Nice job. Alright, so we're going to swim way over here, make sure we're out of range. Hopefully we are. And we're just going to pass the ball to Waka. And you know what? I feel kind of ballsy right now. So we're going to do shoot, I'm going to go for a normal shot. Let's see what happens. A long-range shot. It's going down by quite a bit. And we still get a goal. Nice. Now, the unfortunate thing is, the higher your stats are, the more it takes away depending on what range you are to make a shot or a pass. We were about halfway in the sphere pool, so it took away a good chunk of his shot stat, like, every second, technically, sort of, kind of. But oh well, we still made it. And unfortunately, Waka isn't a great blocker, but the pass does not make it. Dado claims the ball, or Dado. We're going to stop here. We're going to... You know what? Screw you, Bixen, whatever your name is, I forget. We're going to pass. It's not going to connect because he's going to block it. But time's up anyway, and we won. We won 0-5. No level ups there. And as you also see, Keepa's level is just as well at 98. The reason I did 98 is to give them some leeway so they can actually reach level 99. Because why not? I don't know if it'll screw up the game if I do it, but it's whatever. And that's what happens when you beat this tournament. You get a strength sphere, which is not that important in a long scheme of things. However, it is very useful, and I personally am happy to get it this early. I think it's the first one we get this early, too.
Unbelievable! The Aurochs win, folks! This is one for the record books!
And thankfully you have a chance to save your progress, whether you win or lose. So we're going to take this opportunity to save it here. And I think that'll be it for now. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you pretty much immediately in the next episode. Bye, world!